Israel Adesanya is one of the most impressive strikers that the sport of MMA has ever seen, and along his meteoric rise to the championship, he accumulated a range of impressive performances and knockout finishes. I'm Ryan from LowKick MMA, and today we're going to be taking a look at Adesanya's top 5 finishes in MMA. Before we do that, make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA. Early in his career, Adesanya would face opposition from all around the world, much like Song Keenan in China in August of 2015. Early in this bout, Adesanya attempted a flying knee that allowed Song to get the takedown. On the ground, Adesanya was extremely active with his guard, resulting in Song choosing to retreat back to the feet before attempting to re-engage. This attempt allowed Adesanya to get back to the feet and stuff the next takedown before getting in some of his own ground and pound. Once back on the feet, it didn't take long for the decorated striker to find the finish. This win improved Israel's record to 3-0 and set him in motion towards the UFC. In 2018, Adesanya was tasked with his toughest challenge yet, facing off against top-ranking middleweight Derek Brunson at UFC 230. Prior to the fight, both fighters made it clear that they weren't a fan of one another, culminating in an excellent exchange at the press conference. During the press conference, both fighters took a different approach to their trash talk.
I'm in his face. I saw him. He can't even control his emotions. He's just coming in here trying to flex. Don't worry, November 3rd, I will deliver.
Israel, you're skinny, bro. Hey, you better lift some weights, man. You're skinny as hell. I'm not worried about you. I'm an All-American wrestler.
I might be the ugliest, but I'll whoop your ass any
for
day.
3 rounds, bro, till I finish you.
Yo, check my Instagram again. I just hit him with another
nothing, bro.
And I got heat coming at him.
When the pair ultimately faced off inside the cage, it was clear very quickly that the striking of Adesanya was going to cause issues for Brunson. Even with his wrestling-heavy game plan, Brunson was unable to take Adesanya down throughout the fight, which resulted in Adesanya imposing his technical striking game plan onto Brunson, finding the finish late into the first round. After this win, Adesanya had proved himself as one of the best fighters in the middleweight division and set himself up for massive fights with championship implications. One of Adesanya's most impressive knockouts came before his UFC career, back when he competed in the Australian promotion Hex Fighting Series. This organisation would ultimately be Adesanya's last home before entering the UFC, and the Hex Fight Series champion went out in style. In his final fight, Israel Adesanya took on Stuart Dare and finished him with a devastating question mark kick. This highlight reel finish would ultimately seal the deal for Adesanya and grant him entry into the UFC.
I got this overly inflated balloon animal. This heavy-ass Ricky Martin wannabe. This Poha China. I don't like this guy, this Israel guy. I want to rearrange his face. Trust me, when I'm done with him, he'll really look like Ricky Martin. Botched.
Israel Adesanya's most recent title defense came in the form of a matchup with the top-ranking contender Paulo Costa.
Ignoramus running up on me, trying to throw shots as I keep moving and sticking him. And eventually, when his gas tank runs out after the 3rd round, sorry, after the round, they understand. Put your away, this is ESPN. Mickey Mouse don't want to put your away. Oh, God.
After countless back and forth prior to the fight, it ultimately became time for the pair to square off in the cage. When it came time to fight, it wasn't the Paulo Costa we're used to, charging forward and throwing shots. However, this change in style didn't seem to slip up Adesanya, who dominated Costa throughout the duration of the 2-round fight. After picking him apart for the first round, in the second round, Adesanya was able to drop Costa and finish the show. In this fight, Adesanya barely got touched, and many believe this was his best performance to date. Adesanya was able to leave Fight Island undefeated and with his belt in hand. The most impressive knockout of Adesanya's career came in the form of his title fight against the champion Robert Whittaker at UFC 243.
All right.
Josh.
All right.
The pressure of the title fight and 60,000 fans inside the arena didn't seem to get to Adesanya, who was methodical with his striking and managed to nullify the offense of the extremely dangerous Robert Whittaker. After barely surviving the first round, Whittaker was finished late into the second round. This stunning counter left hook netted Adesanya the title and provided his most impressive finish to date. Thanks for watching, and for more lists like this, make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel.